All right, so today's lesson is a little bit of a lengthy one, but we are talking about three important things: diagonals, interior angles, and exterior angles. So to start our lesson off, we are going to revisit the shape of a triangle. So this is important because this forms all of our other thought processes that we're going to learn about today. So the angles of a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. This is going to be really important for finding the interior angles of any other shape that exists. So let's look at the next step up. Next step from a three-sided shape is a four-sided shape. I happen to draw a rectangle, but it doesn't matter what shape you draw. So pick an angle on our rectangle. Doesn't matter which one of the four angles you choose, just pick one. Next, what we are going to do is draw what is called a diagonal. So a diagonal is a line extending from an angle that intersects another angle on our shape that is not next to that angle. So for example, I could draw a line from this angle down here to this angle, but that's a side. That's next to, that doesn't count. I could draw a line from this angle to this angle, but again, that's drawing it on the same side. That doesn't count. So with a quadrilateral, we can draw one diagonal to, let me fix that real quick, to this side over here. Now, what's important about diagonals is they split our shapes into triangles. So by drawing this one diagonal, I have split this quadrilateral into two triangles. As we revisit it up here, the sum of the interior angles of a triangle are 180 degrees. So we've got two triangles. That is 180 plus 180. So the sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral is 180 plus 180, which happens to equal 360 degrees. All right, let's take the next step. Next from 4 would be 5. So here we have a five-sided shape, also known as a pentagon. So pick an angle, doesn't matter which one. Let's go ahead and start with this bottom right angle right here. We are going to see how many diagonals we can draw in a pentagon. So diagonal here is just a side. Diagonal here is just a side. We want to connect this angle with other angles that are not common sides. So we can draw a diagonal from this angle to our desired angle here. We can draw one from here to here. If we try to draw any others, they're going to share a common side, so they do not count as diagonals. So if we look, we've got 1, 2, 3 triangles formed in a pentagon. So each triangle is 180 degrees, meaning we've got 3 triangles times 180 degrees. 3 times 180, 3 times 100 gives you 300. 3 times 80 gives you 240. 300 plus 240 gives you 540 degrees. So the sum of the interior angles of a pentagon is 540 degrees. All right, let's do one more. So let's deal with a hexagon, six-sided shape. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not the prettiest pentagon, but it has 6 sides. It counts. All right, so pick an angle. Let's go ahead and pick this one right here. How many diagonals can we draw? So I can draw a diagonal here. I can draw one here. I can draw one here. A little sloppy, but it works. How many triangles do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. 4 times 180. 4 times 100 gives you 400. 4 times 80 gives you 320. 400 plus 320 gives you 720 degrees. The sum of the interior angles of a hexagon is 720 degrees. We're going to look at some patterns here in just a moment to give us some shortcuts for this process.